Alright, there we go. So we've got the glue dried, and this is ready to be sanded down. I've decided to not do the extra hilt piece on here. I can easily just sand this down to size with the new markings I've created to go along with the reference image, and I just have to go ahead and bevel down the two edges of the sword before I can make the little decorative piece here. So I know that this is not the most interesting thing to watch, just sanding stuff down. So to alleviate that boring footage, I decided to go ahead and give my recollection of Fate Zero, as I recall it. Which is about, how long ago was it? It's about 2014, I think I saw it. Yeah, that's about when my buddy wanted to cosplay it. Didn't quite go as planned, but I still watched the show. I still got my reference material down. I was ready to do it. So yeah, we'll see how much I remember. Alright, so let's hear. It starts out that there's this big Holy Grail War thing going on. This is not the first Holy Grail War that the title Fate Zero would lead you to believe, in my opinion, at least. This is like the fourth or fifth one. So anyway, we've got a handful of people who are somehow able to summon historical figures to battle in this Holy Grail War. It's basically just a series of duels that they have to fight against each other. Not the people summoning, the people that they in turn summon. So we got one guy who I suppose you could consider the main protagonist of the story. He kind of, I don't remember his name. He kind of looks like Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. So you know that's just the only how I'm going to refer to him. Not Spike. He's either a secret agent guy or he's a mafia guy. Something. He likes to hunt down the rival summoners to win his duels. He's kind of a dick like that, honestly. Just no spirit of sportsmanship at all. So he's got this lady friend. I think it's his wife, who, like, it's a white-haired lady who automatically in anime means that they're, you know, super powered or something. She is a android or a ghost. She's not human. That's all you really need to know. And they both have a daughter who, I guess, like her. It's kind of a clone of her, I guess. You could say she looks exactly like her, which, I mean, is not unusual in anime world. So that's those are the people who summon Saber, whose weapon I'm making. So these two summon Saber. She's the King Arthur character, or in this case Arturia, Pendragon, and she is. How do you even describe Saber? She's a sword user, I guess. Saber is just like the class that she is in this one. I guess they can be different classes depending on who they're summoned by and when they're summoned, and I don't really know how exactly these classifications work. I don't know, maybe there's some otherworldly DMV they gotta go through and just get a lot picked out for them. But anyway, so she gets an inkling about this whole situation that she's in, and I don't know, I guess she's cool with it. It's not her first rodeo, I would assume. And she learns all about the, like, not human lady, and she's cool with it. You know, she's all about peace and love, bro. It's you know, no big deal. She's the equality king or queen in this case. And she got nothing to worry about. So her sword, her weapon, or I don't know. The weapons that they use are called noble phantasms, I believe, and they all have their own special power. And hers is that her sword is like invisible for the most part, unless she uses like the super move on it, which I'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, that's mostly all there is about her for the most part. So what else have we got? Here we go. We got Ryder, who he's fun. He is summoned by like a 12-year-old kid, I want to say, who tricked, like I guess hypnotized this elderly couple into thinking that he's actually like their grandson or something, just like so he would have to have a place to live while doing this tournament. And he's like, Ryder's just kind of going along with it. Ryder is the spirit of Alexander the Great, or I guess they're going with the more historically accurate name Iskander in this show. And he's a giant guy, like big old bear of a guy. Who he's the one that my buddy wanted to cosplay as, because he's also a big old guy, and they're not always super represented in the anime sphere. It's usually svelte little guys like me. So let's see here. Ryder, he's a guy who rides around in a chariot for his ability, and so he kind of spends the whole thing just kind of going nuts over it. Like he's happy as a clam. Let's see here. Who else we got? We got Lancer, who is some kind of Irish knight who I had never heard of until this thing came out. Duminger. Dernis, I don't know. Gaelic is hard. I am of Irish ancestry, and Gaelic is hard. So this guy, he's an Irish knight. Lancer's got two spears. Not really lances, now that I think about it. Just spears. He's got two of them. One is red, which I guess can cut through magic, and the other one is gold, which creates unhealable wounds. Now, in an early fight, he actually gets Saber with this thing, and she's not really able to use her sword to full capacity until one of the endgame fights, and so she's she's more or less out of commission for a lot of this show. Kind of handicapped, which I mean, it's probably a good thing because her full power is like super OP. Like you can see for yourself if you ever watch the show.
And then get this, there is this legit serial killer who summons this guy called Castor by like he just kind of murders a whole family of people, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna summon this wizard guy who's then gonna help me fight in this tournament. Of course, not really helping him fight. I mean, he's not doing any kind of fighting. He just summoned somebody to fight for him.
And so then Wizard Dude is just like, hey, guess what? Turns out I'm a psychopath too, and I'm super obsessed with this lady, Joan of Arc, who I guess is from his time period, and he's convinced that Saber is Joan of Arc, who is actually, as you know, Arturia, and it seems like it's the start of like some kind of crazy sitcom, like, oh, no, haha, but no, it's actually starts a whole chain of events that leads to Wizard Dude summoning a giant like ghost kaiju that they then have to like a bunch of the other servants or noble heroes or whatever they're called have to team up and take it down, and it's super convoluted, and I can't I can't with it.
Okay, so perhaps I went a little crazy with the Charlie Day rant there for a moment, but thankfully I got these to be nice and even now. Hasn't taken really much of anything away from the sword as a whole. Got the bevel lines all nice and drawn out. Gonna make some make some bevels. This is hard to see, but it worked. Whew! Got that center line finally drawn out. Now you may be wondering to yourself, say Wolfscrow Workshop guy, to which I reply, I actually go by Arke, but you know, that's fine, whatever. Why didn't you use the Centerline doohickey that you made in a prior video? And I would have loved to, but I can't figure out where it went to. This mess of a workshop of mine is in dire need of some organization. And yeah, can't seem to find where it went. If anybody spots it in the recording, please just yell at me in the comments, I guess. Go ahead and call me a dum-dum. That's fine, as long as I find my stuff. I have, I believe, gained a great appreciation for planing as of late. It's not even just the incredibly satisfying strings of wood that come out of it. It just makes everything so nice and neat, really. Yeah, I think I could use another clamp here. Another clamp. Ready to do. Turn over here so you can see. Clampity clamp. I don't know why you need to see this, but you know. It's fine. Clampity clamp. And return to center. Maybe I'll switch back to the big guy. Worried I wasn't able to get in there, but yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, so satisfying. Satisfying! You really do need to clamp stuff down quite hard to make this work, though. Just hope I'm not bending the hell out of this wood, warping it. I don't know, can you warp wood by just bending it for a short period of time? Yeah, I'd rather not find out, but who knows? I'm not a scientist. I just make swords out of wood. Not even a metal sword guy like Michael Cthulhu. He's just I just make wooden swords. So here's a neat trick I've learned. Apparently, if you lay a strip of duct tape down across wherever you're sanding, just the parts you don't want to sand, it acts as a nice buffer so that you can get some nice clean lines here. Yeah, so you can just peel that back and check that out. Isn't that nice? Nice clean lines. That's what you want. Yeah, it's all nice and stuck down so it doesn't move around on you. You can just sand at your leisure. Just reel in there. Reel in there. Whew. And that is the blade sanded down. You can see here, got a nice bevel line there. Good edge all around. Oof. Nice and smooth. Especially enjoying that little line there at the tip. Gotta love a clean edge line. Alright, so next time we'll go ahead, start tackling the engraving on this guy, as well as the construction of that middle piece there. Till next time, everybody.